What is up, everybody?
All right. Well, seems like we're having some connectivity issues, but bear with me here, guys. We are in a hotel, but I'm in a hotel here doing the stream. But welcome back. Uh, thanks again for joining in for another episode 44 of Crypto News. Glad to have you guys in. And my name is Sal. I got Cody here. We're going to go over just some of the news about all the altcoins crash, kind of not really crashing, but going down. But keep in mind, we do this every day in the evening, crypto news, and then we do what's in your portfolio every Sunday, as well as don't forget to check out the crypto picks every Monday and the stock picks every Friday. So definitely pay attention to those. And if you like to get premier events, look into my description on TikTok or onto the bio or the bio on TikTok and description on YouTube, and go join our Patreon and help give a little support. But you get those episodes well in advance for you guys. But we're here. We're going to go over some of the market details and just kind of crazy. We're at market valuation of 1.14 trillion, close to 2% down so far. Volume of trading is up 15%. We got Bitcoin dominance at 49.1, ETH at 19.1, and of course, crypto greed at 49, greed index, fear index at 49. So it's been a crazy last couple of days. Things are just seem to be dropping precipitously. We're probably going to see another 5 to 10% drop in overall value in the next coming days. So it looks like a good time to start dollar cost average.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it because I get paid tonight, and guess what I'm doing tonight? Buying a shit ton of ETH.
Absolutely. And shout out to Talented 10th. Glad to have you in here. Welcome back. Thanks for your support. And yeah, we'll talk about BTT and Tectonic in a little bit here. Just kind of want to cover some of the basics on here. But I hope everyone's having a great day here, and hope you guys are getting to those bags there.
Litecoin's taking a hit too.
Yeah, Litecoin is definitely taking a hit. I'd say my portfolio took I would say I'd estimate probably a 90,000 drop in my portfolio today. Wouldn't be surprised.
But guys, with that being said, we're in it for the long term. I know
Yep.
some of you are traders out there. If you can make money trading, do your thing. But me and Sal, especially me, I mean, Sal would have more of a trading background than I would. Of course, he's got his Series 7 license as well. But I'm more of just the buy and hold type of guy, kind of Warren Buffetting for the next 2 to 3 years, if you will.
Yep. And that's definitely the best way to go. He has the best track record. Um, the only other thing I did yesterday, I did soon is I got more private equity shares of Uphold, about 1,500 worth. So I'm still not sure what the valuation is on that company, but I like Uphold as a trading platform. They
I
don't
do
seem to have
too.
any problems.
Uphold's
And
bit. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, that's okay, Cody. And I just like it because they stuck with XRP the whole way through, and they charge for their services.
I
So
was just about to say that the XRP. I was about to say they're very real for that.
yeah, absolutely. So other than that, it's been a pretty boring day. I'm just waiting for another dip down, and I might deploy some more of the cash I got from my construction company.
Speaking of that,
But yeah, go ahead, Cody.
speaking of the uphold thing, this is my opinion. Don't take it as a fact. Take it with a grain of salt. But at least I believe that uphold being one of the major exchanges selling XRP, I really think that's what helped get it through this lawsuit.
It could have been a persuasive factor. I'm
Yeah,
not going to discredit that.
I'm not saying it's the main reason. I'm just saying it's like oh well, this Uphold exchange, it makes a good revenue. As of right now, Uphold's a pretty solid exchange. It's not it's not an FTX or a Binance, at least yet. But as of right now, Uphold's a pretty good exchange, and I would hope to see it up there next to Coinbase, one day. And if Uphold keeps doing the right thing and they're not malicious, then I mean I could see it thriving.
Exactly, and they definitely, as long as they take care of their clients, they definitely shouldn't have too much of a problem. But I still think they're going to be a great there. It's going to be a great investment on the private equity side long term for me. But I'm not holding my breath on it. It is a huge risk. Shout out to Break Hay. Glad to have you in here. Welcome in. I have a wonderful but tiring day, but I hope you're having a great day and chasing that bag and learning as much as you can about crypto. And keep in mind, everyone, as you guys keep coming in here, it is open. It's open share, so we don't have a lot of topics to talk today, but you can certainly ask your questions, and they don't have to be crypto related either. If you want business, stocks, or real estate or finance, go ahead and ask your questions. We'll do our best to help give you a good answer for it. But let's take a look at. Oh, and shout out to Jessica. We'll be there. Great name. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. Let's go into town to 10th. We're going to take a look at BTT and Tectonic. So first, we're going to take a look at BTT, which the new BitTorrent. Not so sure. I'm not so sure. I get the premises of it, but they're going to get targeted. It's going to get targeted again. It doesn't look like it's doing anything much at all right now. Let's take a look at the volume of it. It's got 124,000 watch lists, but the volume of trading is almost non-existent for it. So it just looks like it's down there in the dumps, down 81%. Where the heck is the? Oh, I gotta scroll further down. My bad. Oh, I don't even have any data. Okay. We don't. That's all the data we have on it on here. There it is. Woo, that's a huge total supply market. Uh, I'm not looking good at this one. It didn't even show any moves during the last month of upward projection. So I don't know about new BitTorrent. I'd probably stay away from it. We all are going to like the privacy part of it, but I'm just not too sure about it in the long term there. Oops, where did you guys go? I do see your comments in there, but they disappeared. So apologies on that. It seems like your comments disappeared. If you guys could just re-put them in there, that'd be great. Also, I do see your moderators might be coming in soon, so just understand that you say any crazy stuff, they will block you there. But let's take a look at was it Torrent? I have to go back. Tectonic. That's what it is. Tectonic. Okay. There it is. Tonic. Whoa. Oof. That's another one. I'm not too sure. Wow. 500 trillion tonic in circulation. Okay. Well, what do these guys do here? Ah, I see. It's only on crypto exchange and the view. Oh, the volume is dead on it. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It doesn't look like it's going
What is he
there.
talking about?
Tectonic. It looks like there's no one. There's definitely no trading activity on it. It's very little. See here, the volume was 52,000. Market cap 28 million, but 52,000 trading. It's up 50%. But let me just take a look at what they do. Oh yeah, I'm very skeptical about that. Earning passive yield assessing instant backed loans. Investors can deposit their crypto assets into Tectonic to earn dynamic yield without lockup periods, while borrowers can borrow liquidity by supplying their crypto assets as collateral. Not too sure. I understand the premise of it, but it doesn't seem like there's anyone interested in this product in this
See, I feel
project.
like with this one, this would be a certain one to where you'd be having to look for like a certain moonshot. Like, I get it. I understand the hustle of it, but at the same time, I would stick with well-known projects that are actually like doing good things that have total locked value and active developers. Not just people saying it's pumping, not just people promoting it. You want to have total locked value and you want to have active developers.
Let's see here. I can't even see who's involved in it. So, but it's powered by the Kronos network. But other than that, you don't. I don't see. I don't see who the controlling parties of it. So I'm gonna have to pass on Tectonic. What about Cambria? I'm gonna take a look at that one. Cambria. Cat. Oof, yeah, these are definitely lottery play ones. The volume is also low, even though it's up 108%. So that means till recently it was dead. If it's up 108% and at 73,000, that means it was hovering around 100%, hovering around 35,000 in trading volume. I'm not big on this one either. Let me see what they're doing. I can't even get a good description on it. Let's take a look at their website. Platform updates about. Oh, at least you can look at the team on this one. Let's see if. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these look like stock photos of people. Let's just pick one, random one. See, view LinkedIn profile. All right. Oh man, let me do my verification in there. Shout out to Jose. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. Oh come on, LinkedIn, you're really killing me over here. All right, man. It's like you don't recognize it. There we go. Finally, it's up. Okay, let's take a look at her one of these profile. Um, oh, I can't look at her profile. Okay, where's her work history? Oh, she's not even associated with that project. Yeah, she's not even associated. And person in the picture isn't the person. So two different people. So yeah, this one, Canberra, is definitely a pump and dump thing, and it looked like it already dumped or is dumping. So I wouldn't get involved in it. I would. I'm just gonna have to ignore that one. Sorry, there, talented tenth. I know you're hoping for a lot, but that it looked like we got a bunch of fake accounts on that one. Um, so sorry, sorry. I wouldn't invest in any of those three. I know that we're trying to find the next moonshot, but neither of those three are ones I would put into. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? No, I think I got everybody. We're all caught up on there. So yeah. So I know that yesterday we talked a little bit about Ginsler being forced into resigning. There was a rumor on there, but it seems like that rumor picked up, and there's a lot more talk about it. So we might have some truth in this one where he's he's
Can
going
you
out.
find an article about it?
I just saw a few more people talking about it, but let me see if I could pull up something on it. So hold on there. I don't think he's. Well, the SEC reported that Gary Gensler's resignation is apparently just a false allegation. But there's no substantial reports on it. The SEC confirmed that he's not resigning.
I mean, you would think someone like Gensler would have a good retirement fund, though.
Oh yeah, he probably does. I mean, he's been in with the business. He's been with the government for long enough to get a pension, and he probably got some kickbacks from SBF. So who knows? But they're crediting it to an AI generated fake news for Gensler's resignation. But the funny thing is that no one's posted the AI linked article, or it's just been people talking about. So there's no linked originating article. So I don't know. I think it might have been someone overhearing that he's planning on resigning at some point, and it just kind of leaked out. But he's not. He hasn't officially done it yet. I think he's just trying to cover his tracks because at this point he hadn't had a stellar career as the head of the SEC. He just really hasn't, especially since he let known Ponzi schemes go and put frivolous attacks on crypto companies for no reason. So I don't expect him. I really don't expect him to last. If the agency changes, if Biden's no longer in office or Democrats, excuse me, are no longer in office, then I foresee him exiting out because I think because there's a lot of crypto senators and representatives who are Republican, so we're gonna have to see how that goes. Therefore, but overall, I just don't see. It's like I just don't see him leaving anytime soon, unless if, like I said, we're 2 months away from the FTX trial, and if they come out with news that Gensler was in there, man, that's just going to be that's going to be crazy. I don't know if that's going to be a really good thing for crypto or a really bad thing, but it'll definitely have a significant effect on it. Shout out to user 3237 is bid Bitcoinified. I'm guessing legit is what you said. Is what you want. But we can look that one up there for you. I haven't heard of it, so I don't know. Is the ticker symbol BID coin? Let me know if that's what it is. But I think it's that. Shout out to Talented Tenth. I guess we're checking out NG Engine next, so definitely look at that one. Um, doesn't bode well that it's only on if it's the one I'm thinking of. So buy sell place. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at that then. Bitcoin. Okay, well if it's an exchange, I haven't heard or seen of it. Having trouble pulling it up. Okay, that's why. I'm putting bid instead of Bitcoin. Right.
I'm just out on a creek right now.
Shout out to Taco Man. What happened to XRP? Well, we're going to go over that. Someone asking to send wallet there. Shout out to user 3273. Oh, it's not good because it seems to be on some scam watcher sites. So I'm not even going to open up that site. So I'm just going to leave it as is because I do use this computer for my work. So I'm not going to put subjected to that. But it is, wow, it's on Trustpilot. Yeah, okay. So if it's on Trustpilot, it's definitely a scam. Like if there's complaints on Trustpilot, it's a scam. That's just have to go there. I'm gonna have to find a way to look at it, but I mean it doesn't have good reviews on there. So, but I don't send anything to any wallet I don't to people I'm not familiar with. So I wouldn't recommend it for anyone else. Let's take a look at NG, bro, and then we'll get to Taco Man. But we do appreciate all your guys' support. Really appreciate you guys chiming in here. So let's take a look at, my goodness, engine, engine coin. Uh, if I'm not,
Engine's a really good one, by the way.
if I'm not mistaken, does this one have to do with with the gaming space? Yeah,
Yes, yes,
game
yes.
tokenizing game items. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. This and ad share is probably going to go through the roof. I remember researching this one a year ago. Yeah, this one's gonna hit. Um, it's definitely gonna run up with the
I
next
think ad
next
shares is a
earnings rate.
gem.
Yeah, well, ad shares for monetizing and monetizing the games, but this is definitely going to help with bringing on games like GTA 6, Madden, all that stuff, because you're going to tokenize everything that you get in the game and basically help launch NFTs and all that other fun stuff off of it. So it's definitely a diamond in the rough. I mean, if we take a look at it's well above its initial ICO, so that's good. Remember, I mean, you still got room. Its height was $4 during the last bull run, so it's either going to get back to there or go a little higher with the hype of Rockstar you doing the play, really like teetering with the play to earn aspect for and having in-game cryptocurrency. So we'll have to see where that goes with it. And shout out to user 3237. What platform do we use to buy crypto? We'll get to that in a second there. But Taco Man, let's go talk a little bit about XRP. But Engine is definitely looking like it's on my list to do a deep dive for you guys. So you do expect a video probably on I'd say probably episode 7 is probably going to be episode 7 or 8 is where it's probably going to be. But I think all that happened with XRP was that it got shaken out a little. They're trying to shake out some people. I wouldn't definitely leave. The price definitely did scare some people. We had a huge buy pressure, but let me take a look. Go back on the KuCoin here. Oh man, let's see XRP. Up there it is. It's already
Me
on
personally,
the
right
show.
now, I'd rather buy ETH though.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely would be stacking some ETH right now, but if you're already holding XRP and you didn't sell it, you definitely are. You definitely made the smart decision. I know it's going down a little bit, dollar cost average in if you feel like it, but it was just kind of like a market. It just moved with the market and dropped about 4 cents, and we just been hovering about another 2 cents down. We do have some steady sell, but we do have a lot of buys. I mean, someone here just recently bought 10,000 XRP. You have 4,800, 2,500, 1,600, 1,600. A lot of dust, but 6,400, 1,600 sold. Then, yeah, there's not a lot there's not any huge transaction being bought or sold, if that makes sense on there. Um, yeah. Oh, someone just bought 17,000 XRP, 20,000 XRP, 12,000, 4,000. All right, it's
Hey Sal, if I exit out of the stream, it's because my phone's at 1%. I'm gonna charge it real quick.
yeah, no worries. Um, yeah, I think it was just a little market scare. People got a little scared on what's going to happen. So they just kind of dumped off, and some people probably took profits as they went down. So, Taco Man, if you're still in here, they just kind of it just kind of dropped on scare. So, I definitely am not exiting out of my position for XRP. I'm kind of holding it steady. If anything, if it goes down a little bit more, I might buy some more. Um, Shout out to user 3237. So the platform I mainly use is Uphold, and then I kind of use Coinbase a little bit, but Uphold now supports all the cryptos I hold. So I just use Uphold, even though it's a little more expensive than traditional sites, but they've been the safest. And I also own private equity shares in them, so I know that their books are good. So they, with every quarter, they report to the investors. It's a solid exchange. It's as much as everyone else, but it's a solid exchange. Shout out to Taco Man. Uh, yeah, I was thinking about buying another 100. Yeah, a small dollar cost average in is wise. You may see another 3 cent drop in the next couple days as the market begins to stabilize. But overall, it's still good time. Like I've been dollar cost averaging in the XRP since it was a buck 10. So I'm still, well, I wouldn't say I'm down overall because when I was at 35 to 40 cent range, I was heavily dollar cost averaging in and really building that bag for XRP. So do just keep that in mind. But I am going to be holding it for a very long time, until it hits the 550 range. I may start to get some profits in, but I'm still holding for the long term. But if anything, right now, I'm like I said, Cody and I are focused on Ethereum and Quant. And you're going to want a little bit of Ethereum, especially if you're getting into NFTs or any um, E20, ERC20 tokens, because you're going to need them to exchange or swap. And that stuff, the gas fees are going to get really, really, really expensive because, like we've been saying, this is probably going to be the biggest bull run and the last biggest bull run in the market because this is going to be the one where we get, I would say, like 80 to 90% of the people who are on the fence about crypto, they're joining in the crypto, and then we're probably going to we're going to shoot from an average of 6 million users to an average of like 50 million retail investors, not counting private equity firms and all of that. So, it's going to be a crazy, crazy ride. It's going to be a crazy ride, and but we got another 2 years, in my estimate, or at least a year and a half at the best ones. Shout out to Cali X2, one of our great moderators. Glad to have you in here. Welcome back. Just traded BTT and Tonic and CAT for XLM and Quant. Yeah, that's probably a better bet, especially since the big banks are putting in a lot of money into Quant, the Roslyn project, and the Overledger. That's probably a good move because I don't think those. Although CAT probably has a no CAT. I'm sorry, I was thinking about a different one. That was the Cambria or whatever it was. So no, definitely get rid of those. Definitely get rid of those. XLM is definitely a good one. Quant is a very good one. It's going to be the last to move on the bull market, but been the most stable, and it just keeps gaining users and holding out. Um, Shout out to Talented 10th again. What about Render? Render is a good one too. I haven't invested in it, but we did do an entire live about a month ago or a month and a half ago on it. I know if you want to go back, go to our YouTube channel. The link is in the bio. Just click my icon there, and you can go right to my YouTube page there, and you can go all the way down, go to the live, and go to the replays. You can go. It's probably a little bit down there, but we did do a one on render. I'm going to do another episode, crypto pick episode on it because it's definitely deserving of it. Uh, it's definitely a solid token. I think it's underrated, but it doesn't have as much return on investment as Quant and Ethereum are going to have, but it's definitely a good to have in your portfolio. I'm keeping an eye out on it, but there's just too much to invest in, and I'm just trying to. I've already got nine. What I got here? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah, I got nine projects. I'm already uh, dollar cost averaging in on the crypto, so it's a lot to keep adding more and more. It's like, and I still even haven't gotten to where I want those projects to be. So, but Render is definitely a good token. I've been considering getting rid of Atom and then putting an investment into Render and HBAR and also XDC, kind of bring me to 11. But we'll have to see because it's my portfolio is getting a little too many to manage as you guys know, if you've been watching my what's in been watching the what's in your portfolio, I got a ton of stocks, real estate, businesses. I got a lot going on, so I don't want to add too much and then forget that I have it and miss out on selling it off. Shout out to Honcho Dorel. Glad to have you in here. Thanks for the support in the comment. Do you hold a Solana? I do not. I know Cody doesn't, but I do not. I've been staying away from it because of the crashes, and it's like they've been kind of going backwards on their project. But then ever since when FTX crashed last year, Sol hasn't recovered from it as much as everything else did. So I'm kind of staying away from it. Plus, their phone was supposed to come out. That hasn't come out. We haven't even heard anything about it. So I'm a little leery on Sol. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are hopeful about that project. It's on my watch list, but that's about it. I'm not invested in it. I'm not really paying attention to it, but not to say turn around and be a good project and really make it make some good moves there. But that's um that's a tough decision because it had a lot of momentum, a lot of greatness, but I also don't know how much has been Alameda Research pumping that coin. So we'll have to see if it's heavily involved in the FTX case and debacle, then I would probably stay away from it. But if it's just something that's separate, but they were pumping on their own, then it might be a good price to get back in and hope that people come in. But on the average retail investor, they know of Solana and they kind of hold it. And I know a lot of YouTubers hold it too. So not just finance YouTubers, like people who are not even in the finance community hold it too. So it might still have a strong community, might have some hope, but I'm not holding my breath on Solana. So I hope that answers your question there, Durrell. Thanks for joining in. Really appreciate your support there. I don't think Cody's might be coming back in soon. We'll have to see. Oh no, my Twitter. It says we're live on Twitter. Shout out to DYOFR. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but Solana is a token to use to learn how to short. That is a good point because it has not gone up lately, but it is a good thing, a good one to pick to look at and to look at as you go, as you try to practice with trading and things like that. Shout out to user 3237. Which Bitcoin platform do you use? I'm not sure what you mean, unless you're referring to wallets. I use the what you call it. Excuse me. I use Arceus Wallet and the Nano Ledger X. But as far as like buying Bitcoin, Coinbase and Uphold. Although Coinbase is a little cheaper with Bitcoin. Uphold maxes you out at $2,500. So would go with Coinbase because I can buy more in one sitting off of it. But there's not a lot of coins I can get and merge into my wallet. So, but that's where I use. I usually go with Coinbase to get Bitcoin. Um, Shout out to NG Dubs, one of our other great followers. You know about Tangent Hardware Wallet. I've heard about it, but I've never really done anything with it. Um, so I can put it on my list to look into it. Shout out to CaliX2. Do you short or long either crypto or stocks? I definitely don't do it on crypto. Um, Crypto is too volatile in my opinion. I know there's some great guys. Surgic Banger is one of our great supporters. You might want to check out him. He's in here quite a bit. I don't know if he got his account taken down or if he's still active. I haven't seen him in a while, but he does a lot of shorts and stuff. He does a lot of videos on how to short crypto and everything. But I'm just not comfortable with it because crypto's too volatile, and it's still enough. It's still small enough that can be manipulated, so I don't really get into it. Um, with stocks, I have done some shorts on some stocks. I did a short on Carvana and Coinbase back in because I knew that Carvana and my short on Carvana was based on my consumer experience with them as they messed up my paperwork on buying a car from them. This was in 2017, and so I had this car for 2 years, unregistered, and I was paying the loan on it. And then I'm still in the fight to get my money back from the loan, but at this point, I might give up on it. So, but that's why I started shorting it because it was a ridiculous price. The guy and his son were left a known scam before, so I was like, "Yep, let's short it." And lo and behold, I made quite a bit of money, which is helped fuel what I have today off of it. Shout out to user 3237. What is the difference between a wallet and Coinbase? Well, a wallet is you either have a digital wallet like crypto, DeFi, or MetaMask or Trust Wallet, or a hard wallet like Nano Ledger X, Arculus, or LePal. Coinbase is an exchange, so if you leave it on Coinbase, just remember it's in a custodial wallet, which means you kind of own it, but they have ultimate ownership of it until you transfer it out. So if let's just say hypothetically Coinbase goes bankrupt, they can take your wallet and pay off credit their creditors and kind of screw you over. You'll be last on the list. Whereas if you move to your hard wallet, you can just go sell it on another exchange. Shout out to Cali X2. Did you did you say you had an Arceus wallet or were thinking of getting one? No, I have an Arceus wallet. I have the old one. Let me show you guys here. But I got the old one here, the Arceus wallet, the old one. The new one just came out this month. It's all black. If unfortunately I wasn't paying attention, I missed it. So I missed a free upgrade for it. So I have to spend bucks. But you follow the link on there and the instructions. You can if you already have one, you can upgrade it pretty easily. But it's pretty simple to do. But Arceus is I definitely like. It's just kind of like it seems like it's going to become like a wallet to spend with, so that's why I like it. Um, Shout out to LJWB. What's up, buddy? Glad to have you back in. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Really appreciate your support. Shout out to Break K. Do you have to get a license to do this? Um, you don't have to get a license to if you want to start a stream to talk about crypto and all that stuff. Crypto right now is not regulated, so there's no license necessarily needed. But with FINRA and the SEC, it's best if you really want to talk about details, trading, and all that stuff. Having a Series 7 and a Series 6 probably would be very beneficial and help a lot of legal problems. Because my only problem is I could talk about finance with you guys and answer your questions, but my only thing is that I'm not responsible for your trades unless if you are directly paying me through management fees. So that'd be the only way I can be responsible for it. But like tell you guys all the time, anything that I'm talking about, I got my money in it. So, and I got serious money in it too. So if I lose it, I lose with you. If you gain, I gain right with you. But if you wanted to share trading and recommendations like that, I would definitely recommend getting a Series 7. And it's a hard license, and you need about $3,500 to get the class, and you need to usually have a bank to sponsor you because it's like another $10,000 to sponsor you, and they'll get you your license. You sign a NDA and non-compete and a 2 year usually 2 or 3 year contract with whatever bank or firm gets you the license. You will fail it the first time. Not many people get hundreds, not many people even get 90s, but as long as you get a 75 or better, I think you should be great. There is no way. Well, shout. Let me break. Hey, let me get to Cali X2 real quick. So shout out to Cali X2. Any problems with Arculus? I have not experienced any, other than it takes a little longer for Bitcoin to get on the wallet. That's it. A little longer than the other wallets. That's all. But other than that, no problems. I like the 3 step authentication and using my biometrics to add kind of like a quasi fourth step to it. But I haven't had any problems with it. But anyone who's joining in, if you have problems with Arceus, share your thoughts, share your opinion on it. Shout out to Break. Where did you get the licenses? What's the website? There is no there's you can go to FINRA, which is the government's financial professional website, but you can't do anything on there. The way to get your license is you have to go work for like a bank or a hedge fund or a private equity firm, and they set you up and do your sponsorship with the finance, with getting that license, and they train you for it. They pay for the classes. They do all of that. So I definitely, it's not something that you generally can do yourself. um that's why a lot of people go work at a bank for about 5 to 10 years, get all the licenses they need, and then they kind of bounce out. So I think we're all caught up there, and I hope that helps Break K. But it is definitely a good license to have, as the training just alone makes you aware of all the financial services product. So but it's best to, I would say it's best to go work for like ING. They'll get you to a certified financial planner, get that certification, get your Series 6, and then you can merge onto their private equity side and get your Series 7 if you'd like. And they pay for it all. So, and they're a good company to work for. Or you can go with the Vanguard, and they're also another good company to work for, to get your licenses, get experience, and work in the industry, and then bounce out. But you probably will have to move to New York City to do that. So just be warned with Vanguard, because you got to go to New York City to really get any viable experience with them. You want to be in their main office. But that's just my opinion. I just think you have to be in the main office to really get a good foothold. But that's just me. What's up, Cody? Glad to have you back in here. Hope that you
No,
hope
I've just been listening.
got your phone charged. Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
NG
yeah,
Dubs.
it's
I
charged up.
I did not see that comment. Tangent is a hardware wallet, just like Arculus, both app and cards. Okay, I'll definitely take a look into that one. I'm going to add it to my list to buy and do a deep dive on it there.
I
Um,
need to look into an Arculus because I just have a ledger and I've been using it. I got my ledger in November. No, yeah, November 1st, 2021. So it's almost been 2 years of me owning it, and I like it. But an Arculus kind of sounds cool. But then again, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I like my ledger.
yeah, Ledger is definitely good, but I like the Arculus wallet just because you can use your phone and card to send for services and stuff like that. Because I know that they were saying that the new card can work with the uh with Stacks payment system, the crypto payment platform. So it's definitely something to look into. Shout out to DYOFR. Vanguard is also in the Southeast PA. Yes, it is. It's in the Philadelphia area too. I just know that you can get more. You can get more for your time at Vanguard if you're in New York City because you get to rub elbows not only with the upper management of Vanguard but also with other upper management financial professionals because they all come to New York and that's the place that you want to be in. Shout out to Carter. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate you guys joining in. Thanks for the support. Uh, let's see here. I don't think we have. I'm also gonna open up the forum for you guys. If you guys want to join in, you have to go to the YouTube on live on screen and chat. But we'll have to see here. I'm gonna say and shout out to NG Dubs. ETH just broke 200 moving average. I did not even see that. Let's take a look at ETH here. Did I even have ETH in here? Yes, I do.
Yeah, my goal is to have at least 10 ETH around there.
Ooh.
I'm getting closer and closer, but right now I'm just accumulating.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it looks like ETH just took a little bit of a nosedive since we've been on the stream, getting a little bit more sell, but there's a lot of dust buying. But uh, yeah, there's not a lot. It's a lot of micro sells, like nothing more than it seems like point ETH. Oh no, I lied. There's someone there. If I can catch it. I think there was someone there. So yep, there it is. Sold two ETH. But everything is. I haven't seen any big transactions. Yeah, but we'll keep it. We'll leave it at this screen here. We'll leave it at this screen here and see where it's going. But it definitely is looking like it's on a nice downward trend. If we can get under 1,500 ETH again, I would definitely would buy a significant sum more in there, or definitely start dollar cost averaging back into Ethereum. I mean, they had a lot of good things come their way with people join a couple NFT projects, leaving other projects, joining Ethereum network and things like that. So it's definitely headed in the right direction. But we'll have to take a look and see where we're going. Oh man, got this huge kink in my neck. But other than that, like it seems like everything's headed in. We finally broke over 2% on the
You know
whole.
what I have noticed though, like the whole altcoins, they're all bleeding, right? But I've noticed Quant is actually still holding up at this $99 range. Like this 98 to $105 range is like a crucial range for it because it just keeps going back and forth.
Yeah, let's take a look at Quan. Where are you, buddy? All right, I don't even see. Okay, let's just pull it back up here. See where it's going. Yeah, and it's going in reverse of the market as it seems like more and more people are buying it. But same thing, small amounts, 4, 2, 5 quant here, 10 sold, few sold, but then you got a lot more buys than sold on here. So you're definitely looking at it's going to hold its ground. It's at $100.10 right now, but you never know what the future will bring. But Quant is definitely holding its ground, still a dollar cost average in. $100 is pretty cheap to get in compared to where we're looking at it to get in the next bull run. Shout out to Live and Learn. Glad to have you in here. Welcome back in. Nick Cryptography just made a video about. I'm just talking about Quant. So yeah, there's a lot of people now talking about Quant. That's probably why it's staying pretty stable on the market there. Shout out to Monty Island. Should I quit my job because it won't let me invest in crypto? I don't
How
think a
can a
job
job
can determine that.
An employer can't legally determine what you put money in. So that's crazy if that's actually happening. Like an employer should not legally have that obligation. And I've even worked for Sal, and he's never told me what to purchase. He's never told me what to do with my money.
Dude, you guys can do whatever the heck you want with your own money. You can put it all into OnlyFans for all I care. You know, it's like I don't care what you do with the money I pay. I pay them. If they can do whatever they want. It's like shoot. We had a few when Cody was working for me. We had quite a few people burn their entire checks at the casino. So it's like not
Oh,
my
I
business.
remember that. I remember that. You know Z. I'm just gonna abbreviate him. Z. You know Z.
Yep, I know who he is. Yeah, he religiously did that. I had some guys, their wives would come in trying to get the check before they got theirs. But legally I couldn't give it to their wife, even though I knew that the wife wanted the money so they could pay bills, but I had to give it to the actual person because they were complaining that they weren't getting their checks. That was the only complaint to the labor board because I was trying to be nice. Like, okay, your wife came in to pick up your check. I would give it to them, but that was the only legitimate complaint. And I found out I can't actually do that. But it wasn't like any fine or anything. They just said, well, you got to give it to them. It's like, okay, well, from now on, I'll just give it to, I only give it to the whoever actually works for me. Let me shout to NG Dub Zoom out. Since the beginning of 2023, ETH formed a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, yeah, you definitely did. Let's just take a look at the day period. So I got it here from 23. Yeah, kind of down, up, down. Then it should be going back down to 1500. But the also down here was the FTX debacle. So
Oh yeah,
I don't know if we'll see those numbers again.
Ethereum's been holding really freaking strong. Ethereum and Quant have probably been my two strongest picks when it comes to price action. Like even though Quant's taking a beating some here and there, like both of those are really strong, especially ETH. Like ETH's been holding this 1800 for a while.
Yeah, it's been holding it. Shout out to Cali X2 answering for Monty Island. You might not be able to while you're on the job, but you can buy when you're at home. Shout out to Monty Island. It's because I work in asset management at a major bank. Mm, you really have to look at your employee handbook. Really look at it. But number one thing is don't jeopardize your employment status. But I definitely would not say any interest going forward about crypto. Don't even talk about it at work
Fun
if
fact:
not if they're like that.
I went to Arvest one time, and there somebody was talking about crypto back there. But I actually heard people at a bank like during the bull run. Of course, it was during a bull run. You're not going to hear people talk about it when it's down. But
Yeah,
back in 2021, I was at the bank to get a new card, and I actually heard like two employees talking about it, and then I mentioned something about it too. But they were talking about actually XRP and like Quant, and those are two like coins that are targeting for banks and stuff. So it's crazy. They were talking about it too. I'd even go to like bars and restaurants and hear people talking about that.
yeah, and Monty Island. It depends on what bank you work for. If you work for one of the larger firms or some of the really small ones, you might have some limitations on what you can personally manage. But if you are an asset manager, it's probably more of a liability issue, not with the crypto industry in general, but generally as an asset manager, they always want you to have good credit credentials and financial discipline. So they don't want you investing in high risk things because then that could make you make not so smart plays with the assets of the bank. So, but always don't jeopardize your employment. Make but definitely if it's a non crypto market, definitely don't invest. Definitely don't at that bank anymore. Just stay away from it, and I wouldn't in I wouldn't bother talking about it if your job is at jeopardy because an asset manager is a good position to have at a bank, as it can help plateau you to other levels that can help accelerate your career. So I know we all crypto is a good asset. A lot of us believe in it, but if you're at a bank that discourages it, just don't talk about it. Don't even bring it on work. Don't do it anything. Um, Make sure and probably don't even talk about it with HR. Definitely don't talk about it with HR, because remember, HR is not on your side; they're on the bank side. So definitely don't talk about it. Shout out to NG Dubs on the YouTube side. Ethereum coming to 1200. I
I'm
mean,
ready
any.
for it, dude. I want ETH. I want ETH to go to 1200 so bad. I'd buy up a huge chunk.
Yep. I'm gonna start pin that one there. Cause like I would definitely love to see it. I mean, I've heard as low people trying to say it's going to go as low as 500 a coin, but
That would be
I think
amazing, dude. I'd be able to buy two ETH for $1,000. Two.
I just think that's a strong push. That's a little bit on more of like a degenerate prediction, but anything's possible. I mean, if we get terrible news in October about the FTX case and a lot of other things get unraveled, like the worst case scenario happens, you might see it. Shout out to Wally Newberg. Welcome in. Glad to have you in. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great day, and thanks for your support there. Why is thing dropping? It's mostly dropping just to people's fears. That's all, and some people taking profits, and that's what's usually causing it to go down. But this is nothing out of the usual for crypto. So I just keep when you see nice dips like this, it's a good time to just keep dollar cost averaging in and making some money, or getting more for your money for it. Shout out to LJWB. The election is coming. Markets always plunge before elections. Yes, that's true too. I mean, this election cycle is going to be crazy. So I don't know what's happening. And you got indictments against Trump. You have some crazy people getting in, trying to get in. We don't know if Biden is going to be running again, or if they're going to try and Biden. So it's this is probably going to be the craziest election cycle America's had probably in the last 100 or so years. So we'll have
Yeah.
to see. We'll have to see.
Things are just getting more degenerate. Like, I swear.
Oh yeah.
Like, the world has gone degen mode. Like, with politics, with the SEC, with scams, with everything. I mean, think about it. We are slowly going into degen culture. Not slowly, I guess. I mean, think about it. Have you heard the term doomers?
Oh yeah.
A doomer is somebody who succumbs to like a lower lifestyle because like they don't see anything higher for themselves. A lot of people a lot more people are becoming more like that. No
Mhm.
judging, but I mean it's just a sad reality, and a lot of we're heading into DJing culture. Like I swear.
Absolutely. Um, Shout out to have you back in here. I haven't seen you in a while. Do you like oranges? If you're referring to Trump, I think all presidents come in with good intentions, but then, of course, crazy. The real people in charge come in and tell them, "No, this is what you're going to do." But I think he had good intentions. He definitely polarized the people, the populace, and but he also put a lot of things front and center too that really need to be discussed.
Who, Biden?
No, Trump. If anything, we may see some negative things come out about Hunter Biden and what Joe Biden has been doing for the last 60 years in the Senate. So that's
What have they been doing?
just he he is definitely necking all the back deals and everything. He something about $100 million deal. He used his position to get pushed in, get Hunter pushed in to earn $100 million, and like through basically a roundabout way of money laundering it, moved it from Hunter Biden to himself and to other people. But it's kind of crazy. Um, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it'll be shout out to Wally Newberg. I know Trump Kennedy. Don't I don't know if Kennedy will be his vice president, but you never know. It might be DeSantis, but it's not looking good for DeSantis either. So we'll have to
Yeah.
we'll have to see. But
Do you think
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
do you think Trump has a chance?
Probably. I mean, all this they keep trying to take him down. They put more indictments up against him, up to like a 783-year sentence. But
A
all
seven
you
hundred year sentence?
yep, over election fraud and stuff like that. But
And you know what's crazy? There was a drunk driver who was an ex NFL player who was going 150 miles per hour and killed somebody, and they burst in the flames and burned alive. And guess what? That ex NFL player was only charged 3 to 10 years. Yet somebody like that is getting like, what the hell is our legal system? Like, it's crazy.
yeah, exactly. Shout out! I know shout out to all you guys. I know that you guys, a lot of you guys are big Trump. But I'm meeting a lot more people who are more in favor of Trump, and that does bring in the question, like, how are, like, if we keep talking to people and they're all voting Trump, either they're all lying, most of them are lying, or you are tampering with something. I mean, I heard, when I was watching the election, when was that, like 2 years ago? Was it 2020? Yeah, 2 years, 3 years ago. So when that election happened, and it's like, I statistically it could happen, but the odds of like every single online vote being in a specific, I mean, not only was it just for Biden, but it was like every specific Democratic candidate like on that ballot sheet. So like that is just, even down to like the local municipality, it's like that's impossible. For an average person, you'll sway, most people will sway back and forth, and 80% chance you might vote Biden, but you might vote for a Republican for your state Senate, and then might vote Democrat for your local municipality. It should look like a jigsaw pattern, like a zigzag pattern, but that is just weird that it just went down the list. So we'll have
You
to
know,
see.
they say universities try to politically sway people.
Well, they might be now, but historically, universities always have been more liberal than where society is. They've always been just one step more liberal than where society is, because that's where a lot of the ideas come into being. Shout out to NG Dubs on the YouTube side. 30% drop from the top of the head to neckline. So if the head and shoulders play out, it should drop 30%. And that should, it should put it at a $1,300 range. But it's like right now, because as soon as something dips, you got a ton of people buying in and pumping the price back up. Shout out to DYOFR, Sal, when Da Vinci posted he was buying more Shiba because of the Shibarium. That was a good BTC dump signal. Yeah, retrospectively looking at it now, it was definitely a good signal. Unfortunately, I'm not able to watch the markets on a 24-hour basis, but it definitely looked like a good signal. I'm not disagreeing with you there, buddy. And shout out to LJWB, lots of comments in there. All Trump stuff is part of reform for good. He put the country and people first. He took no shit from everybody. Don't you want that for a leader? Trump is taking this heat for everyone and is the right person to fight. A lot of people believe so. So I'm always on the stance because as an investor, it's like it doesn't matter who sits in the chair. and I probably will never have enough money in my lifetime to be able to influence that seat. So I have to play around it, and the best way to play around that is to follow where the big money is going. That's just my rule of thumb is how I operate with trading. If I see all the big banks and the wealthy network kind of going in one direction, I kind of follow. I'm about a step behind, but I don't make as much as they do, but going in the right direction. So I'm kind of picking up the straggle wins. But you don't want to be a straggle daggle on that. You don't want to be going against them because they will definitely bleed you dry on there. But the reason why people like Trump a lot was because he said he was going to drain the swamp, and he tried to. He said he was going to American workers and tried to cut off ties with China. And to be honest with you, I think the cheap products, and we have to go back to them to fight lead based products and stuff like that. Also, I know a lot of you guys are young. About 20 years ago, there's a lot of investor fraud because they would just make fake companies, get Americans to invest in them, and then take all the money and run. And the United States would just sit there and say, "Well, we got to do better research," instead of saying, "Hey, China, give us our people's money back, or we're going to come over there and take it." That's what they should have said, because it was like they had like 1,000 companies on the Nasdaq that were fake companies. Like, come on now, there should have been some retaliation from our government saying, "Hey, you're going to give that money back, or we're going to come over there and take it back." And you don't want us to take it back. That's what they people would have saw China for what it is, but they also got a population problem. 75 men to one woman. They're fighting over wives. Their birth rate is way down. Aging population, and all their technology is 40 years old. Like, they're not doing anything new or innovative. They're just copying and doing half-ass copies. So if anything, they're about ready to collapse out of there. If they collapse, then the other half of BRICS is going to collapse. That only leaves India and Russia, and they're they're okay, but we supply India with a lot of food because they just don't have any room or places to make it as much as to to support their own population. So they have to rely on us, which we are. The United States is a breadbasket of the world. So we export 85% of our food, of our soy, wheat, corn, and barley, and okra out, which goes to mostly Russia, India, China, a little bit to Japan, and then a lot of countries in Africa. And it also goes to a lot of places in Europe, especially since their soil is depleted of nutrients and they're not growing as much crops now. So they're in desperate need of food, really. Because, like, I think it was some economist said if the U.S. shut down, like closed its doors and just went all introverted, we would reduce the population by 90% because in 3 weeks nobody would have any food, nobody would have any infrastructure, and the entire world economy would collapse in on itself. So, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how things go. Hopefully, World War III doesn't start, and we all get to not get nuked into oblivion for that. But looks like we had quite a few of you guys in here. Got up to 6,300 likes, so really appreciate all your guys' support. I think I'm gonna call it a night because I have to get up early and go. It is 9 o'clock where I am, so thank you guys, and thank you guys for all
Oh,
your.
it's 8 o'clock for me.
Yeah, I'm an hour ahead. I'm in Kentucky, so so thank you guys. I'm gonna check out of here. I don't even think we have a little bit of time for any final questions if you guys want to pop in, but I know it's a Wednesday, middle of the week. Um, Shout out to Cali X2. Still need to research, but I believe India is starting to get into the crypto markets with good money. Yes, they are. They're also using it as I think they're using Bitcoin and Ethereum for payments, whether they're officially doing it or not doing it over there. So I think crypto. I don't think they're really regulating crypto over there. I know a few countries have. but you know, it's I would say they're headed in the right direction with crypto. They're not even really banning anything either. I mean, all the miners switched from China to Pakistan and India, so there's hope there. Uh, but with that said, guys, I'm going to check out. But thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 210. Also, help us get to 500 followers on Facebook. All the links are in the description on TikTok or in the description on YouTube. So we're gonna check out of here. I'm gonna hit the hay, have some dinner, hit the hay. So thank you guys, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and don't forget, remember, do your own research, respect the process, and don't invest your entire life savings into one moonshot. That's definitely a very bad idea. But with that said, thank you guys. Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time.